So everyone's talking about moving into the light, becoming lighter instead of dark, embracing the light energy in this time of consciousness expansion, awakening on our planet individually, collectively. What does it mean to move into the light? You know, we're all having a whole bunch of different experiences on how to find this, proverbial light energy in our lives. So I've been at this for a while, and here is 3 easy steps that I've come up with that you can use on your own journey trying to find the light. Hey, welcome to the Zone of Expandedness. I'm Chris. I'm glad you could stop by the Consciousness Salon today so we could take a little time outside of the matrix confines, that surface level of, mind thought we find ourselves in for much of our day. Take a step back, kind of look at this from an expanded perspective as we search for the light within us, outside of us. What does this mean? Moving into the light, embracing the light, becoming the light, being the light. How do we do this? How does one do this when we have been raised in a very dense vibration in this matrix? It is oppressive, it is thick. We all know the flavors of this matrix. That it has some lightness, but it has a lot of frickin' heaviness in there as well. There is a lot of violence and oppression, chaos, greed, destruction. Oh God, the adjectives go on and on for the suffering that we inflict on each other and ourselves, and in this dense, heavy vibration that we're trying to liberate ourselves from. This is what the awakening of consciousness on this planet's all about. It's individually and collectively, we're trying to release from the dense, heavy energy and move into the light and the lighter side of things. So my first tip, if you're going for the light, you have to be light. You have to be light in your heart. So much of the traditions that we've learned and we propagate in our religious and spiritual traditions, modalities, lineages, for thousands of years, they're serious and they're heavy, and that there's this thought that to do spiritual practice, you have to be serious. Things have to be sacred and serious, and there's this vibration of seriousness and heaviness, and we hold things tightly, and it's like, no, fuck that. It's light, it's laughter, it is fun. There is nothing heavy about the vibrations of light and 5D, 6D, whatever, as you kind of go up the dimensional spiral. It's not heavy, people. This is the realm that is heavy. This is what we want to get away from. So anything you can do in your practice, anything that is fun, that makes you laugh, that just brings a quality of lightheartedness into it, and ditch the heavy, serious type of spiritual practice that you have to do. There's elements of that are always important, and the reason why I guess we've descended into seriousness, because we live in a serious vibration and in a serious matrix, in the dense, heavy energies every direction we go around here. So no doubt our spirituality has taken on a lot of those same qualities, and it's not without skills being imparted and taught as part of these things, right? So we have to differentiate the skill that is being taught and how we practice it. So the skills can be, I don't want to say serious, but they're important skills, useful skills. You want to become more skilled here in expanding your consciousness and awakening. There are skillful approaches and techniques that you can employ, but you don't have to do it with seriousness. So look to differentiate there between the teaching and the vibration with which you practice it. And stay in a light-hearted, fun, laughter approach. My second tip is if you are trying to connect, communicate with higher vibrational beings, and they could be anything from Jesus, the Buddhas, the Kuan Yins, the big guns out there, to any kind of beings out there, because we just launch off into infinity in every direction, and as we go into higher vibrations, there's lots of beings out there, and they are of a higher vibrational wavelength, and this is what so much of our religion is based on, and spiritual practices. There's these beings in, they're not in our form, but they're real. They're out there. But we have developed a technique of praying to these beings, worshiping these beings, putting these beings up on a pedestal and feeling like we have to worship them, and we have to be serious, and we have to be sacred, and we have to pray and do all these things. Fuck that noise. You don't have to pray to these beings. In fact, it's kind of ridiculous, right? If you wanted to, learn how to play guitar, and you had a friend who knew how to play guitar, you prayed to your friend so that they could help, you could become a guitar player. And if you built a little altar in your house with a picture of your friend, and if your friend came over, he's like, dude, what's that? That's fucking weird. What are you doing here? You want to learn how to play guitar? Just come over to my place, man. I'll teach you a few chords. No sweat. And that's what all the beings of the higher vibrational densities are like. They just want to hang out. They just want to be your friend. You don't have to put them up on a pedestal. The ones that are worthy of hanging out with. It's not that there aren't beings out there on the higher dimensions that want your worship, and they want your prayers, and they kind of want to suck and parasite your energy from you by doing this. They give you something back in return. There's a lot of gods out there that demand worship, but why do you want to hang out with them? Why would you want to hang out with a friend that demands that you worship them? Why don't you just hang out with your friend because you're your friend? And so, again, there's this quality of lightness when we interact with beings on these other planes. They're just your friends. Just hang out with them. Think about, you can be with Jesus, you can be with Kuan Yin, you can be with Ganesha or Shiva, and you're just sitting down and meditating with them. They're just happy to see you. And they are. Once you get to know them, that is their energy. They're just happy to see you. They just want to be your friend. They don't have this attitude of they're above you and they need to be worshipped. So just embrace all the higher dimensional energies that are out there from that perspective. They're just your friends. Just go hang out with them. You want to meditate with Kuan Yin? Awesome. Who better to meditate with? And just sit down next to her and just like you would in your friend's house, and just have love and openness in your heart for them as a friend. We have to keep in mind the perspective that we're pretty badass down here. There's beings on the other dimensions that are like, look, I'm not going down there. I'm not being a human. That's fucking chaos down there. It's like, I don't want anything to do with that. And we're the ones that came down here to take on some of this challenge and to, help this place expand. We're fucking badass. You're badass. So, you're worthy to go hang out with these beings in the higher dimension as their friends, sit next to them in meditation. You're worthy of that. You're not below them. You're not beneath them. Okay? They're not up on some pedestal below you. Oh no. You're on the same level. So just interact with them with love in your heart. And my third tip, as we move towards the light and the lighter vibrations, energies, is instead of experiencing the energies through the lens of your personality and your ego mind, experiment with just being the energy. If you're connecting, you're opening, you're feeling new energies come into your system, come into your field, I know that my ego mind, my personality, likes to do little chitter-chatter commentary with everything that's kind of going on. But I have very deep, profound, powerful experiences when I just try to release from that gently, with ease, release. No thanks. Actually, I'm just going to be the energies, because it's a continuum of oneness. You are the energies, they are you. This separation illusion that we have going down here, it's very powerful. It's a great illusion that you are a separate being from the rest of it, and it's one of the things we're not necessarily trying to heal. It's part of the magic to be a separate little fragment, identity, ego, mind, and have this experience. It's part of the wonder of the human experience. But you don't have to stick with it all the time, because if you're trying to shift and you're trying to go 5D, whatever you want to call it, next level, it's about breaking down those barriers. The light energy is accessed by just being the light. So as you connect in meditation, however you're doing, I meditate a lot, and I find it's very helpful to still the mind, ego mind, former operating system, or whatever you want to call it. And then, so I can connect with the vibrations and the energies of the higher vibrational stuff, the light energy, the energy that is lighter. I feel it with a lot of lightness, like it's not heavy, it is light. It is a light vibration. And just be it. Just be it. It's the, oh yeah, that's easy, Chris. Thanks, man. What an easy tip. Just fucking be the light energy. I know. It takes some practice. It takes some curiosity. It takes some lightness. It takes holding it while you do it and while you practice it. Like I notice myself where it's like, yeah, I've got to be the energy, and I start like gripping it, and there's like a part of me that's, where is it? And I'm kind of like, and I notice it's like, oh, well, that's counterproductive. So I watch it, I watch that happen, take a step back, wait for the ease to kind of come in, and then just be the energy. I get fleeting glimpses of it. It's not like I spent hours being the energy. I'm not in full-on frickin' samadhi just yet, but I'm starting to catch the glimpses, and I'm starting to feel it and touch into it energetically. And it's a wonderful thing. So I encourage you to do the same. And maybe you already are. Maybe you've just heard these 3 tips and go, oh yeah, dude, I do that. Yeah, whatever, Lightness, don't pray anymore. Just hang out with these beings and just be the energy. And let me know how you're doing on your own journey. I'm always curious to hear what's going on out there. Sometimes it's a pretty solo experience, this awakening trip. We can have friends and family, and God, you can't. Some of it is so nebulous and personal and unique to our journey that it's hard to even share, and some of it's hard to put into words. If you have any need in your life for like an awakening guide or conscious life coaching, I do have services available, and I help lots of people on these journeys of awakening and approaching it from where you're at. Where are you at? Exactly in the here and now. It's the perfect place. What's going on for you? Where do you want to get to in your next steps? That's what the exploration is. I don't have a roadmap. You have the roadmap. I can just work to help uncover it. I've been on my own self-inquiry, expansion, consciousness, awakening journey for some time now. And I'm happy to share what I've picked up along the way. So if that inspires you at all my contact info is down below. Have your people call my people. I don't really have any people, but I'm easy to get in touch with through various ways and means in this world of the 21st century. It's all here down below. Hit me up with a subscribe and a like, because it really helps to spread this out, and we can share with the whole damn matrix and beyond what we're experiencing right now. Struggling, the challenge of awakening and the expanding consciousness, and and sharing our wins as well. So love to hear from you. Drop me a note. Let me know what's going on for you. Thanks for stopping by the Zone of Expandedness. I'm glad you could take some time out and visit and hang out and keep going on your own expansive journey, consciousness, awakening, whatever we call it, just words. As you might have already figured out, it's beyond words. And so good luck, my friends. Lots of love.